a water advisory remains in effect for portions of the South Bay as well as Cornado. Welcome to the 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Marcella Lee, and this week for Carla Chiquetto. Lines for free bottled water spanned several blocks. Some people waited for more than an hour.
CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal joins us live from Imperial Beach with what you need to know. Kelly.
That's right, and they are continuing to give out free cases of water here at California American Water, the company that at the center of all of this. So you can see there is a little bit of a line that is stretching down the block right now. Now, we are waiting for the latest round of water test results to come back. But I can tell you that today that the mayor of Imperial Beach made it clear she wants answers.
It's egregious, you know, it's like an emergency on top of an emergency for us. We're already being impacted by our coastal ocean waters. The tsunami of sewage that Tropical Storm Hillary brought to our community was in the billions. Our air is poisoned, our water is poisoned, and now our drinking water is poisoned.
And Mayor Paloma Aguirre talked to people waiting in these long lines today. She says this is going to have a big economic impact on families and businesses in the South Bay, and she says she wants the city council to look into this. Now, restaurants were told to shut down. We saw signs posted in some of the windows. These places, of course, were empty. She says this is a working class community. Not everyone can afford to go out and buy a lot of bottled water. So just to be clear, this boil water advisory only affects California American Water customers in Imperial Beach, Coronado customers south of Fiddler's Cove, and customers in portions of San Diego and Chula Vista. We talked to some of the people out here waiting in line, including a woman whose mother just had a kidney transplant a few months ago.
She can't be exposed to anything and just really can't risk getting any infections. So we just don't want her to get sick. So being super precautious, so getting our free water here and then going straight to Costco to get some more.
Now, a couple of things that we've learned about today, about the timeline of all of this. The county confirms that California American Water received the first positive test for E. coli on Monday. However, per state guidelines, you need 2 positive tests to issue a boil water advisory, and you have to wait 24 hours after the first positive test before you can do a second test. So the results from that second test came back Thursday, and they say that's when they alerted the public. A spokesperson for the company says they take a total of 26 samples per week of water. This week, one that is, came back with levels of E. coli. A sample was taken from a faucet on the side of a building, and they suspect that the faucet may have been contaminated. So back out here live, what is the time frame on all of this? It's kind of unclear right now. The county says once they identify the source of contamination and that is fixed, they have to flush out the entire system, and they have to get 2 clean samples back in a row before they can lift that advisory. So could that happen this weekend? That's what everybody's hoping, but we'll just have to wait and see. Heather and Marcella.
Yeah, and this is not just impacting some of the folks that you talked to, Kelly. Restaurants in the area severely impacted. What's the sense that you got from people that you spoke with?
Well, the people we talked to out here today, you know, there was a little bit of confusion, but for the most part, I will say people did have a pretty good attitude. You know, they were grateful to be getting this free case of water from the company. However, you just have to wait and see how long this goes on, and certainly their attitudes could change. As you mentioned, a lot of businesses affected by this, so we're just going to have to see how long this lasts.
And at the start of a weekend, too, so we'll have to see what happens over the weekend. Thanks, Kelly.